Hey, how's it going, folks? My name's Matthew, aka EZBOT, and we're back with another live stream. It's, of course, Tuesday, which means that we're going to make some music and have some discussion. Today, we're going to be making some dub techno on the Digitakt II and the Digitone II, as well as with the Electron Octatrack MK2 as a performance mixer. And the template that I'm using on my Octatrack is a new one that I'm currently working on called, I think I'm calling it the Ultimate Effects 4.0. Or no, well, and it's a variation of the hybrid 4x4 template meant to split the melody and drum bus and utilize all the effects from that template, but have them be different for each element. So different element for the drums, different element for the melody. That'll be out eventually. It's a long project. This is another big template for me to work on. But that's neither here nor there. What we're gonna do today is kind of just hang out, make some tunes from scratch. I have nothing written so far. I do have a chord patch that I made on my Digitone that I think will be perfect to like just get this vibe started for myself, as opposed to making you sit through the sound crafting, which can take a long time to find something that you really like. But I have a patch that I think sounds great. So let me share that with you, and then we'll just get right into making some tunes. All right, here we are. We got the Digitakt II, we got the Digitone II, we got the Octatrack, running that template that's only got a couple of new effects in it so far. Take this off here because I don't want it to distract people from what's really going on. And let me show this little chord patch that I've got, and I'll tell you how I made it, and just talk a little bit about Digitone II and some basic sound design stuff. But here it is. Tell me that's not a dub techno chord. Right? That's definitely a dub techno chord. It sounds perfect for this kind of project. We're going to bring it up to 128 because that's like the ultimate dub techno tempo, apparently, according to the internet, which I rely heavily on to give me all this information, since techno genres are, well, there's just a lot of them. Let's put it that way. There is a lot of them, and there's a whole lot of kind of rules that people have decided make you fit into certain genres, which I don't mind. I like learning all these genres. This happens to be one of my favorite techno genres. I think minimal and dub techno are my absolute favorites. They're ones that I can actually listen to outside of producing. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of music that I like to make that I don't necessarily listen to outside of making it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't listen to ambient, but I love to make ambient. So in the process of actually designing those productions, it's a great time. But listening to it, I don't really do that. I mostly listen to a lot of the same stuff I listened to when I was growing up. A lot of like grunge, alt rock. And then as far as electronic music goes, it would be like minimal, dub, and then French house. Those are the ones I really like. Those are my typical genres. But I love dub techno. It's the best, and I'm feeling like having a really chill afternoon, and I think that this is a great way for me to make some music and also chill at the same time. So let's talk about this patch. I actually, when I was starting this project this morning and I was like getting stuff ready for me to stream, I just completed my Bitwig recertification course, which was fun. It was mostly just a bunch of instructors connecting with each other. I thought it would be a little bit more of going over Bitwig Studio 6, but that wasn't the case. Not going to complain. Still cool to hang out. And while people were chatting, I was playing on my Digitone a little bit here and there because a lot of it was just people talking about what they're currently working on. And this patch right here is something from a private lesson that I was doing. If you're interested in private lessons, you can visit EZBOT.live or join the Patreon. And we were talking about just getting some like classic sound design, what different machines do what. And I'll just start a new patch just so we can do this together really quick and talk about this. So this is the Wavetone engine. This is the virtual analog engine, or the classic subtractive synth engine on the Digitone. Oh, get out of here. We can't have it making any decisions for us quite yet. Okay. That looks good. I think everything should. Okay. So when you start this, when you go to this engine, it sounds just like any other FM engine. And if you hold function, you can snap between waveforms instead of interpolating between the waveforms, which I really like. And something that I learned when you're programming like a basic patch on like an analog synthesizer, a great way to start a patch. I don't remember where I even picked this tip up from, but I do think it's a good tip. So I'll share it with you. I don't think it's not original. It's just something that I do that I learned along the way. Is I'll start off by removing one of my oscillators. In a typical analog synthesizer, I'll remove an oscillator and start with a single oscillator. And for this particular patch, I did the one that we have here. You can see what's going on, but we're gonna get to that. I just start with a sawtooth. You know, I'm usually playing with sawtooths and squares for the most part. Those are like the typical sounds that I really enjoy crafting polysynth patches from, which is what we want to do here. And I love the idea when you're using this patch, you take an oscillator out, you can like set this to a square and then bring this down an octave, hold function, it'll jump in different quantized values based on what window you're on, which is really nice. And I love that quality of life feature in Electron. And I can kind of like I can bring in this square sub oscillator. And this is your phase distortion, so it doesn't do much because it's not like modulated, but you can play with that and it'll kind of give you an offset. So I like that. I like having this down an octave when I do it though. Sounds like I have drift going on. Just get that out of here really quick. Where's the other? Oh, that's why. My bad, my bad. I had bumped that. There we go. It's just nice to start with something really simple and then you can start bringing in other elements to make it a little bit more complex sounding. And then on this next page, we have all these different oscillator sync modes. Like we have not just all sync modes, but oscillator modes. We have a ring mod. Oops. My bad. Let me fix that for you. That's my M8 just powered off. I don't want to make anybody listen to that. There we go. You have all these different oscillator modes, and the one that I want to play with is hard sync. And the hard sync uses your top oscillator as the modulator. And I actually think hard sync works really well for making dub techno chords, as you could hear here. There's more to it than, of course, just hard sync, but there's like this sound in a lot of dub techno chords that, to me, sounds like it's like a vocoder is a really great way of getting dub techno chords, like taking a chord and running it through a vocoder, and basically what you're just doing, you're running it through the filter bank, and you're having all these different resonant peaks. That's how I'm registering that in my head. Like that's what's really bringing that dub techno chord sound. You don't have to do it that way to get there, as you heard. That's kind of giving the same vibe. And I'm using a bandpass filter there, which we'll get to. But this oscillator sync kind of brings this like hollow sound that like dub techno chords often have in them, like this hollowness to them. And you can do this with the FM engine. You can find all sorts of sweet spots, and there's lots of fantastic stuff that you can do with the classic FM tone engine. But I loved this particular patch, because this is one that you can do on any synthesizer for the most part. Any synth program that you have is going to have most of these features. 2 oscillators and hard sync. in a filter. It's pretty simple stuff, and it totally achieved the goal that I was after. So these rest of these pages, I don't need to use them. You know, you can use the noise if you want, add a little bit of noise to your sound. It might be good for Dub Techno to add a little bit of noise to your patch, and even the granular noise that's in there can sound really nice. And then we can just modulate the tune. Give us kind of a different sounding synth patch every pluck. We could have it set this to trig, and it will reset the phase of our LFO on every hit. Go to random even and just bring this really low. That's not bad. There's like a nice little rhythm there. And then let's bring this to a bandpass or a notch. I'm gonna go to my effects section and go post filter overdrive and give this some warmth. A little bit of reverb. And of course I'm playing a minor triad because that's the quintessential Dub Techno chord. There you have it. Pretty simple patch. Good sound. The reverb and the delay on the Digitone are dope. This one I went a little bit harder on the oscillators. Let's see. Nice. Anyway, sounds fantastic. I do like this one better. Maybe because there's more overdrive. Certainly has a lot more low end. This is the patch we're going to use, but I wanted to show off the wavetone engine really quick. I know it's not new to Digitone II users at all, but I don't know if people are using it to make Dub Techno chords, but it does a great job. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw, like, what I want to do is create a rhythm first. Like, I need to pick out a rhythm. I'm just gonna keep it on 16 steps for now to like make this rhythm, and then I'll turn these into minor triads. So let's also get some swing going on here. Let's bring this up to like 58. I don't know if people do a lot of swing in their dub. I think it sounds like a nice idea. So let's see. Let's try a rhythm like this. I don't know if I want to be on the kicks. Could leave that one on the kick. We'll see what happens. Let's just throw 4 on the floor real quick. Actually, I like this kick. Might keep that one for the track. That's convenient. Sometimes the Digitakt just provides. Okay, I think this rhythm, I mean, you can't go wrong. Like, we can mess with the rhythm again later, but it's like, how do you even screw it up? You can put any rhythm in, as long as you don't fill up every spot. Now I'm gonna go in here and go into my step editor and finish off these triads. And we'll just copy that one and replace these. I think we want this to go all the way down to like nothingness. So I think that rhythm is nice. Let's double these, or yeah, we'll go to 4 bars, and then we'll remove some from like this section. And I'll do the same thing here, but we'll leave a couple in. We'll take a couple of these and go bring some of that back. Sounded pretty dubby so far. Maybe I've put in too much rhythm. I don't know. What do you think? You know what I really wish that we had access to on like the Digitone and Digitakt, and this is why the Toneverk is such a great option for making this particular genre, is that we don't have multiple delays. Like, we don't have inserts for our delay. And on the Toneverk, you do. And on your Octatrack, you do. But on the Digitone, you don't. You get the one delay, and that's it. So that part can be problematic. We can resample the Digitone right into the Digitakt in like 2 seconds. So that's totally an option for us. Yeah, too many trigs, too much rhythm, you think? Yeah, let's take some out. I agree, because that's how I was feeling too. I think this trigger I don't like. That is a nice rhythm between those 2 bars. Let's copy that and go here and paste it. Let's go here and copy that and go here and paste it. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe we'll put one on the 1 just for the, or on the 3. Have this maybe have like a long attack or something. Actually, what if we put that on the 1 and make this trig go a lot longer, like for a quarter note? But not play every time. Yeah. Okay. Condition. We'll go 1 of 2, and we'll really like that resonance on it. pretty nice. That's pretty nice. All right, let's have like this be like a random LFO to the filter frequency, going real slow. And then let's get another LFO going to the filter frequency that's like making it like really do some more movement. That's fine. That's just fine. Now I want to have like some sort of like this drum rhythm. What do we want to do for that? And I also want some I have an idea. So we got this. This is a really great place for us to start, I think. This sounds like I'm already in Dub Techno paradise. We could have like some random notes in here that are just like notes, regular notes from our chord. We'll go into the step editor like this, throw those down. Really filter that out. Okay, I want to like throw like a just absolute. Okay, we're gonna actually. I don't want to hear this for a second because it's incredibly distracting. Okay. Let's make this reverb like. Is it already big? There it is. Okay, I don't actually, that's not the end result that we want. Let's resample this really quick. Let's go in here. I want to target the master track, and I want it to be record start, but I don't actually want my kick drum in here. So we're gonna go to audio routing. We're gonna remove the kick really quick. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, now let's go ahead and record that. We'll arm it and hit play, and we'll get like 2 bars of this. Because we need like some like noisy atmosphere, and why not use the reverb from the kick? It'll fit right in. Okay, cool, we got that. So we'll go rev kick. I swear to God, I've saved a sample called rev kick like 10 times because I'm that creative. Obviously, no one can live up to my creative potential. It's impossible. All right, I'm gonna put this on 2. I have a very particular workflow that I like to do. 2 is always where these like resampled kicks go. 2 and 10. I always put them in the same spot, like these rumbles or this particular sound. I think is gonna be really good for this dubby sound, and we'll throw some filters on it, stuff like that. And now we can bring that kick back into the mix, back to the mains, and go ahead and get all that reverb off of it. Go to track 2, let's make this 2 bars long, because that's what I did, and let's make this go for 2 bars. We'll see how it sounds. We could even sidechain it, because I have a sidechain setup on here. Okay, cool. And now we can remove Maybe we want to remove a little bit of the lower end. I like that there's this rhythmic feeling to it. I want to hear this. I mean, that could be our bass, but we're going to use a sine bass, so. Nice rumble. We're not going to do that, though. Just going to leave it how it is. Could even put reverb on our reverb. Get real creative, right? Well, that is happening. Interesting. Kind of cool to hear. All right, let's check this out with our chord. Is that thing stupid? Oh no, I do like that. That might be too loud. Let's throw it into the sidechain bus. I just want to see how that sounds. Let's get everything out first, and then throw that in. Set up our sidechain compressor. Target will be... Oh, my dog's probably hearing a delivery. Hopefully it's a synthesizer, right? Am I right? Oh my god. And then let's go ahead and give this a patch. Let's just use our kicks. There we go. I made a little bit more room for that, That sounds nicer with that reverb that we made. Let's bring this out really quick so you can hear this. This sound here, this rhythm that we got going on, is now being sidechained. And, you know, we can actually move this sequence over, or we can move the start position over. We can move it in these segments, these quantized segments. I swear to God. Let's see. That's kind of cool. Just set it to loop so that it works. I think we got to set the loop position somewhere better, though. Yeah, that works better. I don't know if that works entirely. I know that if I do this, I do like the... I like that it's kind of creating this like, almost like a hi-hat sound. Right, like a really muted reverbed hi-hat or a ride cymbal. Microtime it. You want me to get it really like way off the grid? Let's get a hat in here, shall we? Trying to how do I want to do this? feel like every time I hear a dub techno track that I really like, it's got like some pretty fast hats, like it's 16th notes hats, but they're like really gentle. They're like incredibly muted. So let's just start with them really muted. Maybe just, well, let's find a hat that we like first. Yeah, let's go to, I haven't been in this pack for quite some time. Progressions. That sounds like a dubby hat. Let's give it some variation. Just copy these 4 trigs, paste them. Bring this down. Give it some verb. Already has some verb, nice. See if we can see if what would be like if we had like a kick pattern in here, like a muted kick pattern. Actually, let's just use the low pass. Bring their volumes down. I'm just curious. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I'm just curious. Let's see how it sounds. It's not bad. We change the pitch on a couple. A little bit of resonance is nice. Oops, I'm trying the wrong encoder. I gotta say, I do like the rhythmic kick. I don't think it sounds bad by any means. I don't know if it's the right thing for this, but you know, I do like it. I definitely want to have like some like hat sound, some like auxiliary sound, like a shaker that's like being sent into the reverb, being sent into the delay that's like doing its thing. Let's find a shaker. Said tambourine was the sample it was just on. Maybe I should have stayed there. Probably would have worked just fine. But I think I have shakers and stuff in here. Hits. That might have it. Not so much in this pack. What do you got? Hits. What do you have? Bunch of weird sounds. I wonder if the one-shot chords might have... That's really nice too. Then I can have a different delay time on this chord. The first one was really good for this. The first one I landed on. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Where did I put this? On 5? Go ahead and throw this down. For an alternate... As a secondary chord. Well, let me copy this and just make this bigger first. Not on that page. Let's do it here. And we'll do it again here. So like throw things off a bit. That's real nice. Oh man, why don't I just do this really quick? Still want my shaker. Okay, come on. What's in here? Could work, I guess. That actually would be a pretty good sound. Can't have it happen all the time, though. More bandpass filters. Hmm? Yeah, we could do like... able to put like a modulator on the decay of our hat. Make it a little more organic sounding. Yes, I could replace it with this. All right, let me take a look at the chat because you guys have some really good suggestions. Cause y'all smart, y'all real smart. You're hanging out with me, you must be super smart. I'm yanking your chain. But no, you really do have some good suggestions. Let's say what's up. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thanks everybody for tuning in today for our Dub Techno stream. I feel like we're off to a good start. What's crazy is I've been doing this for years, right? I've been doing these live streams for a really long time. I've been playing with electron gear for a really long time. I'm really into systems. I'm really into like designing like a workflow. Like that's probably my biggest fascination with live hardware, electronic music in general. But I love dabbling in different genres. I've been jumping in and out of Dub Techno for a really long time, like or trying to make Dub Techno stuff. And of course, as you practice, you get better and better at it. Not saying that I'm a pro at this genre at all. Not saying that at all. But what I am certain of is that I am better today than I was yesterday at making this genre. And you can go back in time through my YouTube channel and watch me trying to make Dub Techno. And you'd probably say that it didn't sound like Dub Techno then. Like it truly does sound like the genre now. So my mom was right. Practice, practice, practice. Good job, Mom. Finally in reception while you're alive, and sadly I got things to do. You gotta stop what you're doing and hang out. Okay, I hope strum will be added for chord mode. Oh, I thought you were going to suggest strum to me. I wish strum would be added for chord mode. That'd be really cool. I could end the gear-seeking journey when the X and Y would get enough synthesis to do dub chords. Funny that you mentioned that, because that's what I was playing on this morning, was the OPXY, and synthesizers on it are just not good enough for me. The sampling engine is where it's at. That thing's fine. It should just be a sampler. I don't know. I have a hard time enjoying those synths. Was going to bring it to band practice tomorrow, update the firmware. Should definitely bring it. Ever tried using an iPad in your setup? No, sir. My iPad is old. Oh my god, this is so hyper specific to what I've been looking into the last few days exploring DT2. This is awesome. That's fantastic. Hey, Levi Cole's here. Here, Levi, become a moderator. Levi is a great producer. I always look to them for master Dub Techno stuff. Too much rhythm. You were so right about that. Majin, or I don't know how to say it. Malinge. I don't know what that is. But I agree with you. It was too much rhythm. Let's listen to it. This is one of my #1 wishes for DT2. More delays, more reverbs. It's definitely not going to happen. Maybe more algorithms might happen. That might happen. We're not going to see more of them. Like, we're not going to get multiple delays and reverbs. I mean, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. Well, the realist wizard's here. Guys, relax. I'm here. Would it be possible to simulate a custom delay using retrigs and retrig velocity? Yes, it would. And I did think of that, actually. I mean, maybe I'm just saying that? No, I really did. I was thinking about that as we were producing and before I got started. Morning quick watch before I head to work. This isn't helping my current DN2 FOMO. Just get a DN2. Get it over with. Yeah, the Digis should have the power for an insert effects per track. It definitely does, I think, have that power. I think that, I don't know why they don't just do it. Maybe because it take away from the Octatrack, I don't know. Modulate, filter, envelope decay, or release, and change some velocities. Here's a good tip. Let's try out this tip. I'm assuming you meant on the chords, and I think you're right. I think there's not enough going on for the modulation, but I've used up most of my modulation, so we'll have to manually modulate it. And you were saying for the filter envelope? I'm not really using the filter envelope very often. We could try though. Let's do the velocity mod. See how that works out. And by velocity, we just mean the volume. Although we could have the we could tie the velocity, the actual velocity, to the filter cutoff, and then use that. That could be interesting. I don't know if I want to do it though, because it'll be a little bit of a time suck for me to like get it how I want it to be. But I think you're right about these needing their own. It'll definitely give the delay some pronunciation on different hits. Yeah, good call. Good call. Who said that again? Gloss transfer. Thanks, gloss transfer. All right. How do I want to do like a... Oh, I do. I want to do a sub bass. Let's do a sub bass. Let's just remove the kick for now. And these hats. And let's make a sub bass pattern. It's just a 16th note sub bass pattern. What patch is going on here? Whoa, chill out. Sounds nice. Don't need it though. Get all these mods out of here. Why are you still modulating? Aha! Gotta know where to look. Oh wait, I just cleared this page. Okay, let's go to our setup. Let's make this monophonic for sure. Some attack. Why is that so low? Oh, I know why. -3. I want to just like... something like that. that's not terrible. All right, let's see how this sounds with, we'll just do a function yes, function no kind of deal here and remove these. Is this kick too punchy? I like that. Do you hear that? Let me make it so you can really hear it. That's this. This sounds, this is sick. This is actually a really nice atmosphere. I'm actually gonna add reverb to it. Got a sawtooth. Go into the filter cutoff with like a really, it's based almost like a bandpass or notch, and we have, but it's more one of those interesting low pass filters you can do with the Digitone or Digitakt, and we're modulating that, and it resets at the beginning of the, so we have a nice rhythm from it. It's pumping because we have it running into our compressor sidechain bus that we're using. If you don't know how to set this up and do this, I have a YouTube video that I made for it called like the perfect sidechain something. I don't know what it's called, but it's on there. Pretty recent. Let's turn that sub bass down a little bit. All right, I do have a sidechain bus over here. Let's go ahead and do that and set this to, I don't want a filter. Thank you very much. Lord. Just give me a kick drum of any sort. And let's go in here and do the same thing with our compressor. No sidechain filter, full compression, no makeup gain. Target track 16. And then go and set up our compressor routing with everything except for the stuff we want. Send our might be a little nice. Now I can actually turn this up because the sidechain's doing its trick. Did I kill my kick by having it? Right now we're just high passing the drums and leaving this instrument, the Digitone, the melodic side, not filtered. That has a really nice feeling. That's what this new template I'm working on is going to be all about, is like when to silence the drums and leave this section going, or high pass or low pass the drums and high pass this section, that kind of thing. That's what this new template will be. Really good for techno production is what I'm working on. we need like a ride or something? I'm sure somebody has a suggestion for me. I haven't looked up to see. I haven't even thought about a clap at all yet. That's nice. I always like these really simple ones. This should be like, skip this one, go here, or move this right here. Kind of trip you up. Like getting like a cool, like some sort of perky sound on the Digitone, because you can do some really fun sound design with that. I bet that would be fun. That would be fun. That would be great too. Let's go ahead and add that to the preset pool. Let's make this like a polymetric emulation of sorts. And I want to parameter lock these new sounds, these 3 sounds. Oh, what was the first one I did? Like I could ever remember this stuff. 17, 18, 19. Okay, now I don't need to look at that anymore. 17, 18, 19. 17, 18, 17. How many tricks did I do? 11. Okay, let's bring this way down. And I just want to hear this by itself. What track are we on? This sound kind of sucks, turns out. So thought that would be cool, but it's got too much tonality to it. I know where that came from. Maybe we just use that one sound because the rest of these sounds suck. Where's that sound that I don't like? Find it. It's the one I just added. Of course, I don't like what I do. Anytime you don't like a sound, just transform it into something else. Seems to work for me. Just imagine that clap with a spring reverb. You got the spring reverb on the Octatrack. It's got a spring reverb in there. It's a great one for making dub techno. Actually, today's stream was gonna be Octatrack solo music production, something I extremely rarely ever do. And I was in the middle of doing it and I could not get this awful click to get off of my kick sample, no matter what I did. And I know how to use Octatrack very, very well. and I'm not sure what was going on. Maybe because it was being MIDI synced, it was just having trouble with the transient. I had to like shave off the attack of my kick, and I was just like instantly frustrated whenever my Digitakt II worked like a charm. Just everything was perfect, so. I kind of want this like clap to be buried a little further, or to feel a little more filtered. That works. Maybe we have like a rhythmic like you know, synthesizer, a rhythmic synth sound going on. Oh look, we already have one. Is that a joke? Why was it already ready to go like that? Did I read my own mind? It's ridiculous. Pitch the clap down a bit. I like taking suggestions. Nice. You've given good suggestions today, Gloss Transfer. That was a good idea. It does sound better. Ooh, I like this. Here's a good idea. Kind of just bring this percentage down a lot. That is a vibe right there. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because I really like how this sounds where the chords are like way more minimal, way less of the chords. We're gonna make an alt version. So like this is my workflow, just so you know. Just so you know. This is the way I like to write techno production is I do duplicate kits. Top row one kit, bottom row one kit, top row one kit, bottom row one kit. I talk about this a lot in these live streams, and I'll have an alternate version of everything, and then I can mix and match, especially when you do stuff like this. And you hold function, and when you're in the mute mode, you can queue up, and it will just flip, and you can kind of do like these, like, you know, these quick little flips of your patterns. Really fun for live improv. So I'm gonna take this progression, and I'm gonna paste it here. I'm gonna take this sound, copy it, and paste it there. But now I'm gonna, you know, mute this top one, go to this one, and we're gonna take a bunch of this stuff out. Maybe take these out. Yeah. Nice. Now we have this like this cool alt version. This thing I like, and I like it and I don't like it at the same time. Now we have this alternate chord. It's not doing anything because they're presets. It has to be live recorded in. That's why we're not hearing any difference. I want to get like another chord sound in here. But like a plucky. That's kind of nice. Cool. Cool idea, I guess. We did that. Modulate the decay. Dub Techno thrives with low pass kicks. I agree, and that's kind of what we were doing before. It really does, you're right. You're right. It does feel really good with those, like, everything saturated in low pass filters and kind of like buried in the background, right? Because that's what low pass filters sound like you're listening through a wall. Like you're leaning your head up against the club. That's Dub Techno. Dub Techno is just you outside of the club with like a window open. Like I can hear the chords coming through, but like, the bass is just rumble. What's going on here? I'm on the filter page because I'm a genius. Filter decay. Again, I'm a genius. There we go. Now we have some modulation that's making every one of these ride cymbals just a little different. I feel like this is the one genre where you can just get away with just low pass filters on everything. Or I was invited to play the after party, Bukla and Friends, this NOM, which I am going to do, so I accepted that invite. So I will be in LA January 24th. I cannot speak. January 24th at Bukla and Friends after party, probably performing this track as one of the tracks, which I need to, make this a lot more and add like a vocal sample, but Geez, I feel like I'm pretty happy with this. I almost didn't stream today. What a mistake that would have been. This is great. This happen like every once in a while. Little accent. What's that about? What's happening here? Tripping out. Why are you tripping out, bro? Let's turn this off and turn it back on and see if that persists. Oh, good lord. I have to send the Digitakt II. So these light up when this is powered on. These are Luma LED MIDI cables, modbang.com. Is it because... No, why is that happening? If I mute it, will it happen? No. Behavior. Let me see if this clears this up at all. Oops. No, specific to this pattern. So strange. Copy, paste, copy, paste. That fixed it. Whatever. What a weird thing to have happen. Yeah, I agree, Gigi. I was thinking the same thing, like, just like some, like, random vocal sample. Like, it doesn't even matter what it is, just like filter it out quite a bit, keep the highs in there, maybe add a little bit of distortion to it, set it in the background and just like have it happen every once in a while with some delay on it. I mean, we do have the option of, do we? Do we? Turn it up? Turn it up. It's a movie dial? Movie dial. Dick Van Dyke here. I think it really... I think you're right. I think it should actually be a sample. And not just like some random... some textural talking. Yeah, I think it should be from something. I should pick a movie I really like and get a sample from it. How about Predator? I really do enjoy Predator. There's some good lines in there. All right, cool. Mission accomplished. I don't want to overdo it, you know? If I go too hard for too long, I may end up resenting this track. And right now I really like it, and I think I did a decent job. The stream title was Dub Techno, you know, on the Digitakt II and the Digitone II with the Octatrack, and sure enough, that's what we did. And I don't want to... If I tinker on it for too long, I'll take it away from Dub Techno, and I'll end up adding like these melodic elements and these like little riffs and stuff like that. It's just what I always end up doing because I get carried away with the Digitone II and writing all these melodic elements, ruining my techno. Keep your melody out of my techno, right? But really good time. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with me today. And also thank you for the fantastic tips. So many great tips that I got to take and utilize in this track right here. They were really good. They really worked. So the few that I tried totally transformed this track. So thank you so much for the inspiration and for giving me some suggestions. I love that. I love learning from the community and being a part of the community. If you like being a part of the community, I have a Discord. It's completely free to join. I also have a Patreon that is also free to join. And there is, of course, paid tiers that offer things like my performance templates and stuff like that. And a private chat room for all the Patreons. There's 1,200 people on the Patreon, so there's a lot of Octatrack and Electron users there to talk to. But in the Discord, it's completely free to join, and there's almost 4,000 members in there. And it's a really cool place to hang out and have discussion about all the kind of music gear that we use on this channel, which is Electron and trackers, modular synths. And most of us are Bitwig users. And but I invite you to come and hang out, and it's completely free. I'll have a link in the chat description down below. If you want to support this channel, you can visit patreon.com/EZBOT and sign up for the Patreon. That supports the channel directly, puts food on the table, and pays for lenses and gear, and for me to sit down and do this with you every Tuesday, and also pay video editors to chop my videos up, because I've run out of time to be able to do that with all the lessons that I'm teaching. So another thing, if you want to get private lessons on Electron gear, trackers, modular synthesizers, or Bitwig, I'm a Bitwig certified trainer. I just finished my recertification today. You can visit ezbot.live and get lessons from me there, or the Patreon has different tiers that offer monthly lessons and also group meetings every week. So there's all sorts of cool stuff that I'm doing. I'm trying to build community and trying to get people involved and teach as much as I possibly can, impart whatever knowledge comes across my way in an easy and fun and friendly way for you to learn. That being said, there's also live hardware electronic music shows that my company, Modbang, hosts every last Tuesday of the month. And that's a little ways away now, but there is one this month. I believe it's on the 23rd. So 2 days before Christmas, which is cool, I think. So a nice holiday event. We have them in Portland. We have them sometimes in Tennessee. We have them in Ohio. And we're working on getting them in Chicago and possibly New York eventually. And I would love to get international and get them not just in the United States, but in other countries, and get people involved. So if you're interested in doing stuff like that, you can visit modbang.com and go to the contact me section, and you can send an email my way if you want to perform or play one of these events. If you're in Seattle, they're a lot of fun. So visit Modbang for that, sign up for the email, and I'll send out posters and stuff whenever I can remember to do that. But if you visit Instagram, for sure, you'll always see the event page. Visit the events page on modbang.com to see live hardware electronic music events that are happening possibly in your state every single month. And often they're free, if not very cheap, and it's an amazing community. So I invite you and implore you to visit the events page and check that out, because it is extremely cool, and I'm extremely proud of what we have done, the community of live hardware electronic music producers. But that's going to be it for me today. I think an hour and a half is pretty good. I'm trying to go a little bit under 2 hours. I tend to go over 2 hours, and people are like, it's too long of your streams. I just like, I just like having company while I'm making music. So, but I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of how long I'm doing this for. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I think we made some cool music today. Appreciate the suggestions once again. You're fantastic. Love all of you. And I'll see you next Tuesday, if not again later this week for another stream, and definitely video releases coming out this week. So thanks again. Take it easy.